Hey, here we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for episode 31 of Idiots on a Mic. Joining me today, just my good friend and brother from another mother, Rod Daddy. How you doing, Rod Daddy?
Oh, absolutely delightful.
You know, I'm a little disappointed that you don't write out the whole Rod Daddy thing. It just says Rod. So
People know it's implied.
well, you know what that is. You know that's adequate dick energy, son. Big episode today. Coming off of a big episode, we had our friend DJ Rickay Allen, aka
DJ Sweat.
DJ Sweat. Forgot to ask him about that. We'll have to have him on again. He is slated to come on again. When, I don't know, but we got him locked in for a long-term contract. He ain't going nowhere, so we'll have him on, and we'll have some more questions, some more stories for him. But we had a lot to talk about. Got pretty serious there for a little while. You missed that part of it, though, so just be a good human being. That's what it boils down to. We've been preaching that since day one. Admittedly, I was supposed to have a whiskey click for this one. Had to travel back in the old San Diego once again, so no whiskey click for today. But we got a good show coming for you still. And while we're early on, let's go ahead and knock out our little promotion that we've been running. We are still they still allow us to partner with them. CBD Brothers USA.
They still allow us.
CBDBrothersUSA.com. These are our guys. These are our friends in action. They're running a promotion. Code Idiots on Mic. 25% off and free shipping. And what are you getting with that 25% off and free shipping? Well, let me tell you, Rod. I'm gonna tell you a little something, okay?
Tell me what you got.
You are going to be getting something that could potentially save your life. And I use that. I don't use that loosely. I'm being very serious. You're going to eliminate kidney damage, liver damage, any of those potentials that you're going to get from anti-inflammatories that you're going to get over the counter in a beneficial, holistic hemp product that is going to help, whether it's inflammation. It's going to help you with inflammation, whether it is even just a little bit of not severe anxiety. It's not going to necessarily help with severe anxiety, but it is going to help alter your mood to put you in a little bit better of a mood as well, depending on what you're doing. If you're taking the tinctures, which is a little oil drop into the mouth, a couple of them, so good. Got me feeling better than that brownie, man. I'll tell you what.
CBD, the vitamin of vitamins.
That's right. The true vitamin of all vitamins. I mean, they've even got products for your pets. If you've got a dog, cat, anything like that has separation anxiety, go ahead and utilize that CBD product, and that's going to benefit you a long way for them. I got a dog at home, man. He gets anxious shits. So he does this really fun thing where when we leave him for a longer day, he takes a really, really disgusting deuce in his crate. And, it takes about 2 hours to clean it up, get the smell out, all that good stuff. And then
could be worse. He could just back his ass up right to the edge of the crate and just, waffle push it right out of the grate.
So it's funny you say that because instead he poops in the crate and gets his paws nice and in it, and then he decides to paint a portrait throughout the entire crate.
Look what I made for you, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they're going to love this when they get home. I can't wait for them to see this. No, but again, we are still running our 25% off and free shipping. Code Idiots on Mic at CBDBrothersUSA.com. They've got your one-stop CBD shop for all things good and holistic for that body. So treat your body like a temple, man. Treat your body right. CBD Brothers USA.
Boom, dude. You've been working on that. You've been practicing that in the mirror a little bit, haven't you? Listen, I can see it now. You had a whole plane ride that go over that.
I've been newly inspired because I finished Matthew McConaughey's Green Lights book, which was fantastic. And the man is not just an actor, okay? He writes poems, he does short stories, he does this, he's done directing, he's done this, he's done that. So, I felt a little inspired to put some creative
put a little pepper on it. Little pepper on it.
Speaking of, I didn't have this slated for today, but have you watched the new season of Letterkenny?
I haven't yet. I watched half of the first episode, and I'm like, all right, it seems like they're back to the original formula, which has got me excited as all hell for it.
It was rather fantastic. No Shorzy throughout the entire season, a little disappointing there. However, what they did originally with that show and what they are doing yet again throughout season. I think it's like they're only like 7-episode seasons. So it's kind of frustrating that you're waiting 6 months to a year at a time to go through this. However, still phenomenal. I can't. It's so simple. It's such a simple show too. And here's the thing, and I'm going to call out someone in particular, my brother. I don't give a dusty fuck if you don't like this show. You're wrong.
Wrong, son.
First and foremost, you are.
I bet he doesn't like Rick and Morty either, huh?
He probably doesn't. I don't know.
Real
straight-laced kid, doesn't like the sci-fis at all, I guess. I don't know.
I got nothing for it. Real straight-laced. You got your little pocket protector, your little checking out stocks on your little iPad.
Stocks. You mentioned stocks.
Stocks.
You've been buying stocks. Have you been buying?
I'm thinking about it.
We're in a world now where the rich do not get richer. In fact, the rich get really poor, and the poor get really rich because Reddit apparently has a tendency to just do whatever the fuck they want. They go out, they knock down hedge funds. Next thing you know, GameStop stocks are worth hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on how many you've got. And you know what? I'm kind of here for it. I really kind of am.
Yeah, hey, if I just like seeing all the crazy shit. Just next time a group of people wants to go do something like that, let me know. All right, let me know.
Yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend because I very much would have liked to invested in that at that point.
I think GameStop stocks went from like $6 or something like that, all the way up to like $300 or $400 in the matter of like 2 weeks.
A piece, yeah. That's per stock. Yeah. That's unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to know, but maybe we're not there yet in our world to where the internet just wants to reach out to us and let us know when some shit's going down.
Oh man, gotta let them idiots know. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Oh, them idiots would like to make some money. And guess what? If that was the case, we would have better sounding quality right now. We would have better visual quality right now. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's kind of on you guys.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? We have the 3D experience. The whole virtual. You put on your headset, it's like we're right there. You're having a beer with the idiots.
There's an idea. Right. Have you seen the video of Pat McAfee on his Oculus?
No.
And he's in a bar. He's in a bar, okay? And let me set the scene for you. I don't know what game this actually is, but he's in a bar and there's 5 or 6, 7 dudes just kind of around. It's a smaller bar, and he's looking around and he's like, "I'm gonna be your ass. I'm gonna be your ass. I'm gonna be your ass." And everybody's just minding their own business, and he starts fucking throwing haymakers and all these innocent bystanders just catching them left and right, And I think virtual reality is going to make us all better human beings by being able to get that shit out in a world that doesn't actually exist than in the real world.
Dude, I don't know, man. They some of those games look fucking terrifying. Good lord. You imagine having a few brews putting on your headset and a few vitamins too, throwing them on there. Playing some horror game where I think I saw one. It was like you go to explore an orphanage, but it's actually ran by like a demonic nun or something like that. Like, oh, all right, this is terrifying.
A demonic nun. No, imagine Slender Man on the Oculus.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, because you like look down because you just like heard a twig or something. Then you look back up and he's just right there in your face. Yeah, spooky. Ooh.
I don't. I don't want any part of that. Anyways, let's get into our questions for today. Question number 1 for you. You hearing that too? Question number 1 for you. How would your life be different if the average life expectancy was 500 years?
So does your aging like go accordingly too?
Yeah.
Your peaks are like your 18 to 30, so it would actually be like you'd be like 90 or something like that before you started downhill.
Oh man, even after that, you got to think. All right, if you're 500 years old, your midlife's 250 years.
So that'd be like you're 50 now. So yeah. Oh wow, shit.
Yeah. So like 125 is like your peak.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, there'd be a lot more accidental deaths that happen because people would be like in the prime of their lives and everything, and they'd get bored. They'd be like, "All right, let me fucking try this, see what happens."
That's a good point. I think, but here's the thing: is if the average life expectancy is 500 years, then you got to think that accounts for accidents too, like simple accidents.
Yeah.
So the oldest person's probably actually 900 years old. But I think you're right. I think you take unnecessary risks in that situation, and you just go 500 years. Fuck this, man. I don't want to be any part of it. I mean, you got to think that would take us back to the year 1521. Like, say we're at our oldest right now.
Yeah.
1521. There's fucking crusades and shit happening back then, wasn't there? We weren't even in the Americas yet. No, we weren't in the Americas yet.
Well, you got to think now. If you were born in today's world, you'd be in school and college for 200 years of that 500, so that they can make their money. So I mean,
that is a good point. They would just. I'm going to this really great 20-year school program. And,
it's just my undergrad, though. Just my undergrad.
Yeah. I'm actually getting my associates in
basket weaving. Underwater basket weaving.
Underwater basket weaving. The only reason I think I would like to live that long is to see the advancements in technology. But then again, like. Some of that shit back in the day, you weren't thinking about that. I mean, you're thinking talking brick houses are advanced technology. That might be too far.
Yeah.
It
always amazes me when you see like pictures that people have drawn or like animations of what people thought the year 2020 was going to be like back in 1970 or 80. And you're like, oh yeah, you thought we'd be flying with,
flying cars.
Yeah.
And
what a letdown we were.
All these robots and shit. Now the robot thing, I think we're well on our way. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
However, the flying car thing, quite a letdown. Now here's the thing with that too. I mean, you got to keep ground transportation still. You have to. Listen, I'm gonna be. I mean. Think of Will Smith and I Am Legend, right? They got all these automatic driving cars, and what does he do? He drives manually. You know why? Because fuck them robots. They can make mistakes too.
I think I Am Legend is the wrong one you're thinking of, but
iRobot. I said iRobot.
You said, oh yeah, sure, yeah. That's what I heard too. He's got too many movies with I in it. All right, that's.
Anyways. You ever seen that iRobot movie?
Oh yeah. It's like turns out he's part robot too.
Yeah, his arm got ripped off and they replaced it with a robotic arm. What do you think about that? You think it's a little? We're there. We have that technology, don't we?
Oh yeah, you got it's a real cyberpunk, like we talked about before, type of deal.
How much of that have you played?
Actually, I beat the game, but it was a real shitty experience because the quality is real shit right now. So I'm going to wait until I get a PS5, go back, replay it.
Oh, yeah, you're just going to be getting a PS5 these days, are you?
Well, I mean, not for fucking. When's my wedding? After that.
Oh, I hope you know that gift ain't coming from me, pal. 'Cause, I ain't got that kind of monies.
Oh, it's okay. Felicia let me put a few things on the registry, and it was all Pokemon cards.
Now, okay, I'm glad you bring that up because we had Griff's birthday party this past Friday.
Absolutely. It was beautiful.
It was a fantastic time, but I have never seen so much dry poon in one fucking room because all these dudes are going so hard on the Pokemon cards that they wouldn't even know if a woman walked by them.
Majority of those guys were married. I just want to point that out.
I did not partake personally in the tournament. It actually turns out that my Squirtle shirt no longer fits, so that has been gone for some time now. R.I.P. to that shirt. R.I.P. to my confidence in my body. But no, it was a fantastic time. By the way, drunk Griff is not one you want to challenge because he was on fire and called Island, and I said, okay, you make this. All 4 of these cups are gone, and that motherfucker drained. The only shot he drained that entire game happened to be that one, the clutchest of clutch shots, and it cost us the belt. You weren't on my team because you were too busy doing.
I was just visiting some aliens. This bitch don't know about Pangea.
Listen, I had a real bad experience here. Okay, I ate one of these brownies, and if you have too much of a brownie or vitamins, if anybody's wondering, it will send you on a roller coaster of a ride. You will not enjoy it one beat. There was about an hour or 2 window where I did, and then the 2 to 3 hours after that was just me pacing back and forth in my living room because I thought I was having what may still potentially be, we just don't know, a heart attack. Yeah, that was different for me. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do that again anytime soon, but
you fight your dragons, buddy. You slay your demons, all right?
dude, that was brutal. That really was brutal. I mean, Megan's over here just calm as a cucumber. Just yeah, I would know what a heart attack feels like. And guess what? That shit's in the family. That's why I was
runs in the family.
That's why I was panicking so damn bad, man. I was like, this is it. I did all the right things, I swear. Oh, well. Moving past it. My next question for you. Speaking of, this seems like a fever dream. If you were a farmer and you learned that animals were plotting against you, this is real Animal Farm. Like, if you ever read that book.
No.
How would you gain their trust?
I don't know how to read.
You illiterate. How would you gain their trust? Okay, if you were a farmer and you learned that animals were plotting against you.
All right, is it
how
one?
Would you,
is it one animal, or is it like all my animals?
This is all your animals. All your animals are plotting against you. How do you gain their trust? Which animals would you appeal to first?
All right. So if I'm a farmer, that means I got cows, I got some pigs, some chickens. Chickens ain't gonna do a whole lot. Pigs will finish off your body, but they're pretty much harmless. Them cows, I don't know about them though. What I would do is I'd slaughter a cow and hang it in front of the barn so that they know I mean business.
I don't think you know how fucking coup works there, pal. I mean, that's a very rule with an iron fist mentality you got there. I don't know if that's necessarily the approach, because I mean, you got to think if you're a big time farmer, you probably got 40, 50 cows. You're gonna hang one of those bitches, and guess what?
All right,
39 to 49, that motherfucker's kicking your door and whooping your ass.
You roll with fear.
Here's what I do. Hear me out. Okay. What does every good farm have?
Slaughterhouse.
A sheepdog. God damn it. A sheep. Well, a glue factory. They got a sheepdog, right? They got a herd dog.
Yeah.
Round them sons of bitches up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna appeal to him or her. I'm gonna let this motherfucker do my bidding because guess what? He's got a way with the animals. He knows how to get them in one area. All he's got to do is preach my message, and we're all back in line. Here we go. Thank you. See you later. Cows, you go do your shit. Guess what? I'll let old boy know. Listen, him and I, we're on a first name basis here. Maybe ease up on milking them teats. Maybe not slaughter so many of us so often. I'm gonna go over to them pigs. I'm gonna say, hey, pigs, guess what? I'm not here just for that ass, man. I don't want that bacon all the time. I'll have him ease up on that. He'll only slaughter 1 or 2 of you less. Guess what? All this is bullshit. I'm gonna slaughter them all because now I know they're plotting against me, them motherfuckers. I'm on to you. I'm selling the farm.
Or you pull the old switcheroo, right? They're animals. They're probably kind of dumb, all right? There's a reason humans rule the planet, okay? So what you do is you tell them because they can understand. They can understand you, right?
Now, do humans rule the planet, though?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, or aliens. I mean, one or the other. Definitely not animals. But
dolphins can't walk, so we don't know if they could rule the world, bud.
So I got all of them, in my area, and I'm talking to them on a podium, right? All right, guys. I don't know if many of you know this, but I'm a wizard.
No,
if any of you conspire to kill me or to rise up and stage a coup, you will die. And then I will plant some sort of claymore or something somewhere scattered throughout the field, just a couple. So then when they're all, oh, he must have been conspiring. The wizard got him. Yep, that was me. The wizard.
I feel like if this wasn't animals and it was humans, you would do the same exact thing.
I got a guy for humans. His name's Bryce.
Now, okay, so this is our obligatory Bryce FBI. He's doing well. The bachelor party is going to be a couple months from now?
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm not so sure he's going to be showing up dressed as someone entirely different because he had to get through the airport security that way in order to make it here. He might actually just drive, where I'm not totally convinced he's actually taking a flight. He might drive, show up in the wee hours of the night, sneak into your house completely unbeknownst to the FBI. Obviously, he doesn't want to be seen in daytime. So, and then
he's a real Slender Man type guy too. I
mean, he haunts adults' dreams though. Not
yeah. Not children. He's just adults.
He's like the boogeyman, but worse, honestly. Yeah. No, I think like if you're gonna actually appeal to an animal and not just slaughter them, like you're thinking, it has to be the cows. Cows seem to be the majority, right? I mean, cows are.
Yeah, well, cows have the most weight behind them, Plus, they got horns.
Yeah, bulls do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steer.
I mean, how's a chicken gonna fuck with you?
Well, we did talk about how many chickens would it take to take down an elephant, and honestly, it was less than what I was gonna originally estimate, and then he kind of talked me into going to like 30. But so I mean, you get enough chickens in there, man, and.
You're right.
I don't think it takes much.
But I'm a wizard, so they think I'm a wizard. They're terrified.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you're out there setting out claymores, I'm terrified.
My life's on the line, all right?
Well, you don't know that they're just going to overthrow the farm. They can just overthrow the farm. They may be milking you or something instead.
Yeah, that's wow. We went to the same wavelength there. That was terrifying. You're gonna get a lot less milk out of me than you would a cow. I'll tell you that right now.
They've been sucking down a 12-pack of Gatorade every day. All right, that's nonsense. Let's move past it. Okay.
This whole show's nonsense. That's why we love it.
You missed on DJ Sweat's dad joke. It was one as old as time itself, so you know it's a dad joke. I didn't want to give away the fact that I knew it. He's not here to actually catch any of this, so we're just gonna let him fucking have it. So his joke was the old "What do gay horses eat?"
Hey.
Old Faithful. He just pulled Old Faithful right out of the pocket. Like we wouldn't fucking know that one. Get out of here.
I got one I saw today, and it was on a meme, so I'll send you the whole thing later. But so I made a playlist for hiking. It has music from the Peanuts, the Cranberries, and Eminem. Call it my trail mix.
I hate that. So here's the problem: is I go in and I save a bunch of these. All right, and this is the beauty. By the way, I want to point this out for everybody who's watching.
BT
there's a tuneme.com app on the phone, and it generates a Pixar version of you. I don't know if can you see that? Is that not?
Is that you?
That's me. Yeah. Come on, tell me that. Come on, man. Why you gotta do that? So yeah, everybody needs to go check that out. But I save all these dad joke. I think I exclusively save dad joke memes now. And the one that kind of gets me now. These are weird times. I don't want to get too far into this. I mean, you can kind of skew this as political a little bit, but I have a meme that says a motorcyclist who identifies as a bicyclist sets the cycling world record. And listen, be who you want to be, do what you want to do. I get all that stuff. However, as someone who has primarily male anatomy competing in female athletics, I just don't see how that's necessarily right.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, they should give people who are transgender, stuff like that, their own category.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Give them their own category and they have their own, sexual orientation and stuff too. So give them that, give them their own category, but don't let the females who were naturally born females and don't have the extra testosterone or, the extra abilities that males do, let them compete among their peers. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I just think it's absurd.
And to go along with that, let's not forget that you and I both know. I mean, I've watched the CrossFit Games. There's females out there that could whoop our shit too. Like that's not
any day of the week.
That's not what we're saying. We're not saying like this is like an inferiority thing.
No, but if you take the cream of the crop, top 1% of sprinters that are male, they're going to beat the top 1% that are female sprinters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's just how it is. So if you take one of the top 1% that's males and all of a sudden now they're competing with the females and they blow them out of the water. Okay, cool. You just, I don't know. Get out of here. Put an asterisk next to it, Listen, if Tom Brady gets an asterisk next to the Super Bowl for deflating balls, all I'm saying is we should probably put an asterisk.
I know. I know. Like I know where the connection is, and let me just stop you right there. No, I wholeheartedly agree. And by the way, you're not as ingrained in the MLB world as I am. And same thing just happened this year where nobody from the MLB was elected into the Hall of Fame this year.
I did hear about that.
Whether, because I mean, oh shoot, I'm drawing a blank on it. But there was a couple guys that were to be considered, all of which had PED history.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's the same thing. If you're not getting into the Hall of Fame, then and this is what gets me is like people are like Barry Bonds deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, this, that, and the other. I mean, if you take away the steroids, are his accolades still his accolades? Like, can anybody actually verify that he would have hit 700 something home runs in his career? I don't think so. I personally don't think so. So if you take that away, is he Hall of Fame worthy? Is he Hall of Fame? Is he record worthy? Things like that.
Well, that's the same argument that can be had with people that on the opposite end too. Like what Pete Rose isn't in because of betting, right? I mean, if you take betting away, it's the same. He's probably still got the same shit. Yeah. And then Reggie Bush, when USC took his Heisman Trophy away, whether he gets that house or the money or not, if he goes to USC, he's still putting up those numbers. That has nothing to do with his actual athletic ability.
Right.
But if you take like performance enhancers, that sort of thing, yeah, you kind of see it, you know?
Yeah, I just there's a limitation, and I think they're kind of lumping everybody together, and they shouldn't. That's not necessarily the way that they should shake it down, because I think there's a lot of guys in the MLB. Pete Rose deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He never bet. That's the thing, though, is like you look at his betting record. He never bet against the Reds. Against the Reds, he always bet in favor of the Reds. And it's like, okay, so how are you telling me that he's throwing games? Unless he's worried about covering spreads and shit like that, then there's no reason he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
Have the Reds ever been good enough to like worry about scoring too many points? Like, I haven't been alive for it.
Run it up. I don't know. I'm interested to see what MLB is going to be like this season. I'm interested to see. So you got your pick for the Super Bowl this year.
You know what? I feel like Tom Brady's going to show Patty Mahomes that, hey, he's a goat for a reason.
I think Tom Brady is going to show Patty Mahomes what paying the refs does for a player.
Or deflating balls.
Or deflating balls, yeah. Or deflating balls. I just don't know. Like maybe this is going to be a passing of the torch moment. Maybe what we thought was going to get originally set up in terms of Super Bowl, you know, if somehow the Patriots made it versus going against the Bucs. But maybe this is going to be like a passing of the torch kind of moment. I hope so. Like
maybe, yeah.
As much as Pat Mahomes gets shoved down our throats, I'd rather have that than Tom Brady, honestly. Give me that 9 times out of 10. But you also have to wonder if Mahomes is a little bit of the product of what's around him, too.
Well, we'll find out when his contract takes up all that, like cap
50
space.
mil in cap
Yeah.
space. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they got another this year and next, or this coming year, and then it hits, I think, something like that.
Yeah. It's pretty much whenever Kelsey's runs out, I think, or something like that, to where it finally starts to take off, and then they decide what they want to do from there.
Hey, man, part of me just wants to see how many Super Bowls old Tom can win before he ends up calling it quits.
He could call it quits now, and I would not be heartbroken in the slightest.
I saw something that had his career broken down into 3 sections, and it said each one is Hall of Fame worthy. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, that is crazy.
It is wild. It is really wild. And you got to think, too, like, you'd have to give him the credit of the fact that he's never really had a high-caliber team put around him.
This is the first year, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look what happened last year. They didn't make it the year prior, right? And is that a product of him getting older and he didn't have guys around him? Now they got to put guys around him for him to succeed?
Avocado ice cream.
All right, my next question for you. So we're sitting down, and Mike sends me a Snapchat. He says, "Perks of Gail being pregnant," and it's just a picture of ice cream because this motherfucker gets ice cream all the time now. Right? Megan goes, "I want ice cream." I say, "Oh, okay." is Dairy Queen even still open? She's like, yeah, I think it is. It closes at 9. So I look and it's like 8:45. And then I look at my phone saying that it's 8:45. I look over at her and she's trying to give me these puppy dog eyes. I said, you can go get your car works just as well as mine does. Like, I'm not hopping into that car to go get ice cream. I almost did. I really almost did. But
I was about to say, when did you go get the ice cream?
I almost did. No. If it had been earlier and I didn't have to absolutely rush down icy roads, I probably would have. But no, not in this case.
Dude, the roads were kind of crazy. We're supposed to be getting more snow before too long, too, I think.
Yeah, so Pops and I were supposed to fly back and land in Columbus around 4. That got canceled. So now we fly. We were originally supposed to fly to Chicago, from Chicago to Columbus. Now we're flying from San Diego to Dallas with a 4-hour layover and then up to Columbus from there. And I was like, okay, so not landing when I was hoping to. So that's fantastic. But I don't know. This weather's, I mean, hey, I'll tell you what, it's nice here, though. It's real nice here.
Oh, I bet.
60 degrees, sunny. I got a little red on my face from being outside today.
It's 12 degrees here right now. It's supposed to drop down to 9. And then on Monday, we're supposed to get more snow. Oh, yeah, Monday and Tuesday. Look at that. How nice.
Let's divert our attention away from the shitty. Let me ask you your next question here. You find a book, and upon starting to read it, you realize it's the story of your life. Do you read it all the way to the end, or do you stop right there? You get to the point where you're at now. You get to sitting down for episode 31 of Idiots on a Mic. This is a long book if it's going episode by episode of just of Idiots on a Mic. You keep reading? Do you keep reading, or do you stop right there?
I don't know. I feel like it's not something I'd want to read like chronologically. I would just kind of open it up, read like a paragraph, and then close it, and then not read it for like another month.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, that was spooky. Okay.
You open it up. That was the most disgusting moment of Rod's life up to that point. But then he didn't know what would happen next, and then close. Like, what is that? Yeah. Was that in the past?
He wakes up, butt naked in a field, but he doesn't remember how he got there. All right, open that back up. I got some questions. Wait a minute.
Go figure this shit out. No, that goes back to the argument you and I have had before of, does the book, so when you open and you read the book, when you read it, let's say it's definite. Like, you read it and there's no way you change what happens. Oh, then
no. Not even by your own knowledge.
Oh no, absolutely not. Absolutely. Now, if it was able to be changed or able to like maneuver, then sure, why not?
No, man, book's already written. Let's say future you has written this book, hands it to you, says, guess what? Too fucking bad. You're getting what you get, bud. I made these decisions for you. You're going to have to live with them.
I look him square in the eyes and say, I'm a wizard. All right. I'm going to change this shit.
Go out and walk in my Claymore field right now and see what happens.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I would like, I think I would like to know how I died, though. I think that's like the last. That's like the only part.
What if you get to the last page and all you see is the page number and it's only like page like 147?
Is that how many years? Like, is that a year?
No, who knows? If each page is a month and say you read up to a certain point and then you read the last page thinking it wasn't wrote and you just see the end and it's like 20 pages from there. You know what I mean? Like,
What if you get to the end and it's like this concludes part 1 of 3?
No. If I wrote for me, I would put the end and I'd put this concludes on the very back cover, like on the very back of it.
Gotcha, dumbass. Yeah. Pulling pranks on myself. That's like you ever seen the memes where it's like, yeah, apparently drunk me likes to play pranks on sober me because I woke up with a water bottle next to my bed that said, "Here, drink this," and it was vodka.
Have you seen the one where it says letter to drunk, or says drunk me, please take the Advil and drink the Gatorade. Sober you will appreciate it. And then it's just crossed out and it's written, fuck you, sober so and so. I do what I want.
I feel like there is definitely a fine line when you hit that point to where you just you go ahead and fuck over everybody, I guess. I don't know. I think you don't want to know how you die?
Nah. Because then all the random chest pains and everything wouldn't be as exciting.
Yeah. Believe me, they're just as exciting.
Is this it?
I did, man. I thought for sure. 2 hours I paced back and forth in my living room.
I had my phone. I sent you articles.
I had my phone on me, and it's like the only. So one of two things. Well, one of three things calmed me down. When Megan was awake, she was like, "Do you want a hug?" And I was like, "Yes, very much so." And that hug was very, very warming. The second thing was thinking about how many eggs I was going to hatch in Pokemon Go because I've been pacing back and forth for the past 2 hours. And the third thing was before Megan fell asleep, she turned Moana on, and the shiny scene happened to pop on while I was pacing. And sure enough, I stopped for that whole scene because you have to, like you do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When that movie's on. So, by the way, shout out to Moana for being a very colorful masterpiece.
An absolute gem, I think. Very.
It really brings you back to earth. I can't believe you don't know. I'm surprised that you don't want to know.
No. Because if you know everything that's going to happen before it happens, but it can't change, doesn't that just take some fun out of stuff? Well,
here's the thing. If you know how you're going to die, wouldn't you take more risks than other things? Like, if it was finite and it was concrete, would you not take more risks than other things?
Well, I'm already taking those risks because the book's already wrote.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Well, when you look at it like that, let's move on to the next question.
Oh, you son of a bitch, you got me next.
Yeah. Hey, go fuck yourself. Okay. You have the opportunity. So this is talking percentages, and I know this is a fear of yours. You're afraid of heights, right?
Yeah.
All right. You have an opportunity to save a friend's life by jumping off a 40-story building onto a blow-up pad. The pad has an 80% survival rate. Do you do it?
Oh yeah, I'd do it. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've always wanted to do that. The only way I would like
40 stories. I don't think you fully understand what 40 stories looks like, though.
Listen, 40 or 140, it's high as shit. I mean, you're not going to enjoy it.
Anything over 3 stories will kill you. That's what the old man says every time we're at whatever the tallest building we're on is.
As you're getting up to the 45th floor, and he's just now latching into.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, I forgot to. Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah. I've always had this thought of because I've seen some videos where people have fallen out of planes and lived, and I'm like, man, if I started falling out of a plane, what would I look for and stuff like that? And they're like, oh, look for trees and shit. I'm like, it'd be a shame if someone just had a giant inflatable castle or something that I could just collapse into.
Fucking bounce house that's safe. Yeah. I mean, granted, your terminal velocity probably kills the small child that's in the bounce house, but good news, you live.
Sacrifices had to be made.
It'd be like in The Boys when A-Train runs through that.
Yep.
Oh, I was picking her teeth out of mine.
Oh. But yeah, no. To save a buddy, yeah, I'd do it. 80% chance.
I think you have to. That's a very high percentage.
Here's the reason you should do it too, because that horseshoe is still up my ass, and if I'm the one falling, chances are it's going to save us both because the horseshoe is still in play. So
that's right. But you have to consider what the impact if it dislodges the horseshoe.
But it's up there pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just ringing around your prostate there. Oh God! That is something to consider. Yeah, I think I would do it. I think you have to. I think it's kind of one of those like. What else could I possibly sacrifice? That's like the ultimate sacrifice for a friend. You have to do it. But like I said, 80% chance is still. I know you wouldn't fucking let me live it down if that was the case, though.
No, absolutely not. I'd be like, there's 20%.
Do you know? And it would increase every time.
Yeah.
By the fourth time you've told that story, there was a 90% chance that I could die. And I still did it anyways. I'm like, okay, I read the same script as you. That's not the case. Okay. Who would say? I feel like the devil would set something like that up, though.
Yeah.
You would never be in that situation. You could save somebody's life by jumping off this fucking thing right now.
Or it'd be like one of the consequences of getting like one of those cursed objects from the devil shop. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You can save a friend's life, but you will be perpetually falling for the rest of yours.
Oh God, like Loki when he's falling in the Doctor Strange. I've been falling for 30 minutes.
By the way, are you caught up on WandaVision?
No.
What's your fucking problem? Why can't I talk to you about these things?
The nursing school sucks.
Have you watched any of the episodes so far?
No.
Don't tell me nursing sucks. I know you still got time for Pokemon and bullshit.
Okay. Outside the essentials, nursing sucks. Okay, that's.
I got to make time where I can make time, my man. And
that's right.
WandaVision did not make the cut.
Maybe I'll just wait till they come out with all the episodes, then I'll binge watch it. That way, I'm not waiting. Like,
I'll save you the trouble. That's the way to do it because the first 3 episodes are fucking worthless.
Yeah, whatever happened to all these big shows that they were coming out with and shit that was supposed to be like?
Well, I think the next one is going to be Hawkeye. No, they've actually put out trailers for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
And they've put out ones for the What If series. I know that much.
I haven't seen that one. I'll have to look at those. They haven't done anything for Loki yet, as far as I know.
That's the one I'm really excited for.
They haven't. I don't know. I'm kind of torn because it's clearly just a cash cow for Disney at this point in Marvel.
Oh, absolutely.
With all the fanfare that Tom Hiddleston got as Loki. Mm-hmm. However, I do kind of enjoy the character because I think there's going to be seasons, and depending on how long it runs, if it's a miniseries or if it's actually multiple seasons. One season he might be bad. One season he might be good. You just don't know.
Or you might see him actually go on an arc of being really mischievous and then slowly turning to
It's the Jamie Lannister arc. Complete asshole up front. Next thing you know, he's got all this redemption and
why it ends in disappointment.
And oh God, dude. So you have the first 4 seasons, I believe. Of Game of Thrones, and I've been starting to rewatch those, which I can't watch them with Milo, with Choco Doggo in the room because he barks at horses. So when I go to watch it at 4:30 in the morning, not a fantastic time to be watching it for a dog who barks. And it's like in medieval times, essentially, and all he wants to do is bark at all the horses. But yeah, what a disappointment. And I hope we don't run into another show like that ever again in our lifetime. That was arguably the greatest show of all time, potentially the greatest show of all time. And the final season absolutely just shattered what that entire franchise was. Yeah, I will not listen. I will not watch season 8 again. Although this is not spoilers because this has been almost a year now since that has ended.
More than a year. Think about it. That
well, we were still in the apartment sucking down those King of the North brews. So, but
there were big ones.
Yeah, Arya killing the Night King or whatever they.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she pissed. Oh, she pissed. She real good. So for those who did happen to watch the 8th season of Game of Thrones, you all know full well that what we witnessed was the dumpster fire. What is taking place over there?
Well, first of all, I thought the cat was pulling one of those moments to where like maybe Felicia was having a heart attack and the cat was like, oh shit, she feeds me. I need to save her life. But no, it's just Felicia playing the cat meowing loop to freak out our cat.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. No wonder she's a psychopath.
So I made it a point to go say hi to the cat on Friday, and I got a sniff. I think it was like, I vaguely remember you, and then it was like a good day, sir.
Yeah.
She didn't bite me this time. I think I pulled away too fast. I got them. She ain't got them cat-like reflexes.
She did. She don't like the people in her house. No, we didn't run it through by her first before we had the party, and so she just wasn't having it.
Yeah, she's kind of an anti-social butterfly.
Or a bitch.
Or a bitch. Wow. Jesus. Yeah, she is kind of a bitch, though. I mean, you're right. All right. This is the cream of the crop of questions for you. If you knew with 100% certainty that the world is a simulation, how would you change the way you live? Easy. You do the old Rick and Morty thing. He knows it's a simulation. People watching the simulation don't want to see you running dick swinging all the time. So what do? You live your whole life naked. There you go.
I like it. I'm just...
I swear to God, if there's another wiener on that screen.
I was thinking more along the lines of just pull up my attributes and just turn my luck and my athleticism all the way to the max and just there you go.
Until you open it up and you're like, your luck will not go any higher.
Oh wow, this is it. This is what it gets me. Huh. And I see my skill trees all the way down here. Oh, all right. So this is what happens when you min-max. Okay.
So that's like the running thing with you guys primarily is when you guys play Madden and you make quarterbacks and everything, they're fast as fuck because the setting you guys play on is damn near impossible. So you have to run primarily.
Oh, absolutely.
So you're min-maxing on your life. You go ahead, you put that luck, you put the what was your other attribute?
Skills. Put the skills all the way to the bottom.
No, yeah. Luck 100%. Fortune. Ooh, fortune 100%.
Fortune. No, I said luck and athleticism. Just doesn't matter how big, how much weight I gain or anything. My athleticism is we're still running a 4.4 at 400 pounds.
I would not listen. That would get you a lot of jobs, okay?
A lot.
And here comes Rod. We're not expecting a whole lot out of him. 400 pounds, running about 5'11". Let's see what he can do. Oh my God! Look at the feet on this. Jesus, you only got 3 foot vert.
It'd be beautiful.
And just land with grace
and
athleticism. I wouldn't hate that. Would you care if you were big, if you were still a freak athlete?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, because if you can run faster than everyone and lift more and do everything better, you're just like, I don't care. I'm big. No. Yeah. I'd want to keep the rod bod. I wouldn't want to get excessive, but feel like the Rod Bod could power that machine.
I'm glad you bring that up because we are still, in fact, I had another idea for a shirt. We'll talk about it real quick offline. However, if you haven't yet, pick up your Idiots Against Cancer shirt. All the proceeds go directly towards the American Cancer Society, particularly the branch in Ohio, which is our home state. So you can go ahead, take a look at this link down below, and I'll start adding it in the description so you can just kind of do the whole copy paste thing. That would be smart. That would be a good hostly thing for me to do.
Yeah.
We're still figuring this shit out.
Squirrely some bitch.
But if you go to bonfire.com, you look up Idiots on a Mic, you're going to see all our merchandise there. Go check it out. Like I said, this is one of many. We've got mugs, we've got hats, T-shirts, hoodies, 3/4 sleeves, whatever you think you want, it's there.
And I was wearing 3/4 sleeves or sleeveless hoodies.
Mike, but all right, I see what you're doing here. You're trying to piss me off. Sleeveless hoodies. Sleeveless hoodies are revolutionary. You are living in the past, and I don't want to have to explain this to you for the 100th fucking time. When I go to the gym, I want mobility, but I want to put the hood over so I don't have to look at anybody else.
But you want people to look at you so you can peacock, right?
I'm not doing a whole lot of peacocking anymore. I got to find a gym again, but
me too, you and me both.
The home gym workouts have been doing fantastic, except I've been working out in the garage with no heater, so it's all of about 12 degrees in there, or what feels like it. So we're going to see how long that keeps up. It's probably not going to be very long. Oh, God.
Get you one of them space heaters, dog.
Yeah, I probably should. There's a gym in our leasing office, but I hate the people in there, so. It's 24-hour. Nobody would be in there when I go in there, but
yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just mark my territory, piss on everything, and nobody else is in there anymore. All right, let me get one more question out to you.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna skip a couple here. It's gonna be a shorter show. I know Rick's went on for about 2.5 hours, pretty close to. Buckle in. We never know if that's going to happen again when we have Rick on. So my last question to you, if you could only view one website for the rest of your life, what would it be?
First of all, let me emphasize, this is not a shorter show. This is the average length show.
No, yeah. You're right. Hey, when Rick and I get on a roll, man, that's just a fucking problem, I guess.
Hey, that dude cracks me up. I love him.
That was amazing.
Let's see here. One website, if I had to.
Be honest with me. Look me right in the eyes when you give me this answer, son.
Amazon.
Oh, that's a good answer. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I can't have that kind of history on my phone all the time. You press the Safari button, that's all that pops up. No, get out of here.
That is a very, very good answer. Not what I was anticipating. It has to. Now that I think about it, it has to be Amazon.
Right?
I don't know that there's another website that I would use more often. I don't know. Let me think.
Maybe Google Maps, maybe?
Yeah, but I mean, you can get around that with Waze and shit like that.
Yeah.
Other apps you could use to same thing. It has to be 100% probably Pornhub. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. No, I think you're right. Though. It has to be Amazon. You're right, dude. You think about that, how intense that would be. Every time you go to type a P into your web browser, it wouldn't even matter because it's the only website you can go to anyway.
Yeah,
so.
you type in, CNN.com, boom, Pornhub. you type in any question you want. You asking some questions. Like, all right, who was the 45th president? Oh, Pornhub. All right, Bill Clinton it is.
I think I've seen this one before. All the president porn that just came out of nowhere, apparently. I don't know. So we're at what has been our most concurrent viewers right now. So I'm going to repeat this question. If you could only view one website for the rest of your life, what would it be? Rod, you answered very amazingly with a bullshit answer, but you said Amazon. Okay. I, on the other hand, said also Amazon. So
go ahead and draw tell us in the comments what you think.
Yeah, I would love to hear. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Ooh, I'll save those questions for next time. I did. I'm gonna come clean for the people who are listening. I did say Pornhub. I did.
There's a Bill Clinton joke in there too. Go back and listen to
it. So, you know what I want to do next time we have Rick on. Let's ask him what his best impression is. What's the best impression he can do of somebody?
I like that.
Let's do. You know what? If you have an impression of somebody that you can do, we run a group, we run a page, post a short video, just like a 10, 20-second video of what your best impression is. Now, I've done Morty from Rick and Morty. I did Scooby too with the. You did Bill Clinton. If anybody has, and we've always done that, all right, the old Matthew McConaughey. If you have a good impression or you have an impression that you think is better than one of the ones we've done so far, send us a video. If you DM us a video, put it on the page, put it in the group, whatever. We want to see what your guys' best impressions are. We've been having we've had a little bit of a dip. And hey, we've had a little bit of a dip in what's the word I'm looking for?
Engagement.
That's the word I'm looking for. Engagement with some of our audience. So we want to get that back. We want to engage you guys. Like Graham, lovely Graham is in Florida right now.
That's right, Floridia.
She's still trying. That sounds like a disease, man. Don't say Floridia like that.
If you're in Florida for too long, that's what you get.
Floridia, yeah. You get this itching, burning sensation.
Just have an urge to go to flea markets. Like that's
flea market. And yeah, shoot iguanas and shit like that. Whatever. I just assume that's what Floridians do. I don't actually know. But we want to get our engagement back up. So we want to hear from you guys. Drop the comments, send us videos, give us links to shit that you guys think's funny. Like, you guys have dad jokes? That's what the page is for. That's what the group is for. Give us all that shit. We'll eat it up. We'll give you credit. We're not going to sit here and take all that credit for ourselves. Rod will, but I will too.
That's right.
I will too. But it doesn't matter. We're all here. We're here for a good time. So if we'll save it, and then if we become successful because of it, then we'll talk to you guys. We'll get you a partnership. We're looking for interns to do our stuff right now.
Yeah, yes, interns.
You get
unpaid interns.
You get no college credit. You get no. You get nothing. Actually, you're gonna have to learn.
You get experience, and you get maybe a hearty high five at the end of the day.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if you're lucky, you get a hearty high five from both of us.
That's right. Yeah. the same time.
Oh man, I've been working on planning a little trip over to Barley Hopsters to go get some new brews. I got to go do that this weekend. Our old pal Brian's probably itching for us to pop in. I think we need to do that.
Oh, absolutely. Some point. I think a lot of the rugby guys are going on Saturday. Huff messaged me and asked if I was going. I don't know if I got any plans Saturday or not, but Saturday at 6, I think a bunch of them are going out that way. So I have to see what we can work out.
Live on site, Idiots guest starring the rugby team.
I think they'll shut that down pretty quick with the rugby's tournaments on. Be like, all right, listen here, peasants.
Yeah. Oh, no, because it's the return of what is it, Six Nations or whatever?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, so we'll figure something out. That wouldn't be too bad to get in there, though.
Figured it.
All right, we'll go ahead and call it there. Is there a particular shout out that you want to give today? Dibs on giving the shout out to Graham for checking in Florida. Thank you, Graham. Glad you can make it on today. You're the best.
You know what? Shout out to old Papa Steele here. Never misses an episode. Always brings us good laughs, good time.
Hey,
Here's
the fun thing is he's like just down the hall from me today. Like we're staying in the same hotel, and he's just down the hall. We might go grab a couple more brews if the night's still young enough when we get done with this. But it's good to. Hey, San Diego's been good to us. It was a short trip, but here we are making the best of it. So I'll tell you what, traveling with this new microphone a little bit easier than trying to fold that arm up and put it in my luggage and have that travel. I do have a real quick funny story. So I had to wrap my work boots up in a towel because they were still wet. So I wrapped them up so I could put them in my luggage. Well, the only towel I had left that I was willing to use was that dick towel that I have. And my only hope was that somebody from the TSA would have to open up my luggage and search through this thing just to see this big swinging dong towel just hanging out of my luggage. And I will never not wrap my boots up with the dick towel anymore. It's going to be exclusively dick towel from here on out. How many times can I say dick towel in 1 minute? Let's go ahead. Now, great show. We will be I'll be in Houston for next week's show, so it'll be a different hotel.
Sweet.
You guys will be getting to see. Travel's starting to pick up again. It's getting wild, but not too wild.
That's the sweet spot.
That's the sweet spot right there. We love you all. Thank you all who chimed in, who tuned in, who caught a piece of it, who caught all of it. Thank you guys so much as we continue this mission and continue to try to grow. And again, I can't stress enough, get your Idiots Against Cancer shirts. Going for a good cause. I know I've said it time and time again, Bonfire is a little bit of a long-winded process. It takes a while from the time you order the shirts to the time they arrive. However, they've all been worthwhile so far. And we're coming up on Rod's bedtime here, so we better call it a day.
It's a sleepy Rod.
Yeah. So make sure you guys are tuning in next week. Make sure if you're not catching the video stuff, we still have it. I haven't advertised it as much, but we still have it on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
Wherever normal people listen to their podcasts.
Spotify, wherever normal people listen to their – I even got that shirt on, man.
Dang, girl. What's under that?
Idiotception. Wow, there's a little.
Oh God, it's so white. Is that a white T-shirt?
Thank you all for listening. Hope you all have a good night. And I don't have one currently with me, but as always, cheers.
Cheers.